Hello everyone, this is Gorax. In today's video we will cover Aura, the new damage type for Radiant's Elemental Affinity. We will see how good they perform against Temporal Vortex, and this will be a third video in the series. Previously you could see Broken Rook as well as Shadow. Let's compare those teams and see where Aura stands when it comes to single target damage. Before we do any showcases, let me quickly show you my Psychicore. As you can see, I got everything maxed out on the left side, but nothing on the right side. And this is where our damage boost is going through the roof significantly. All of these nodes will equal to at least 30% more damage. So while you see a lower numbers compared to other YouTubers you might have watched, we are only trying to compare the numbers at this scenario, okay? And everything you'll see today and you saw previously and you're gonna see in the future will be covering the same Psychicore, which we'll be able to compare different damage types later on when it comes to a tier list of the damage different teams can do on the Vortex. Another quick look into how the mechanics works for those heroes. So if we look at Almudea here, she is regenerating energy every time she casts her ultimate and battle skill. So this is called Aura, the buff that is there. So as you can see, she's at 35 stacks. Once she hits 100 stacks, she's going to enter a blaze state, similar to what's going to happen to our fairy there in the back. And we basically want to extend that blaze state for as long as possible. And the fairy will help us with that. When the fairy gets into the blaze state, all the aura heroes will consume fairy's aura energy instead of their own. So this will really increase the potential of our hero. And as you can see, when we used the ultimate, we lost like 20. We generate a little bit through the fairy, but now fairy entered the blaze state as well. And the next time we cast ultimate skill with our hero, we will be able to see that she will not consume the energy, which is going to happen in a second. So look at this, 70, we didn't consume it. Now, I also want to show you how the damage percentage works. So we need to wait for another ultimate. Because at first I thought it doesn't work well, but it actually works. So the ultimate of the exclusive hero hits once if it's not in a blaze state. If it's in a blaze state, we're going to see 2 extra hits, which will do an extra 10% of max HP. So just look at this. The first hit hits for 200 and the other 2 for 440. So it works and it adds up to a lot. But since it's a single target, the damage potential is lower, and we'll go over the teams that can do a little bit of damage. So here are a few Aura teams that I've built. First, I started with the most common support duo, which should be available to most players who actually pulled in the Ardref events. So we're gonna use Garius and Ardref as a duo, but we're gonna use Ardref as Witch's Remain enabler. She can apply Witch's Remain with her auto attacks, which is quite important to know. So we need to build her with a little bit of accuracy, and we build her with the Puppeteer equipment. So basically, she will transfer 50% of her defense to everyone else around her. And we're using the Moonlight Mantle, which grants 50% increased healing and shield effects. We build Garius with Gatekeeper's Staff. And trust me, this artifact boosts both his healing and shields, making him super strong. Plus, on top of that, we also have Ardref increased healing, so he's shielding for a lot. We're gonna use the first 2 legendary heroes that we get. Well, all the legendary heroes with the exclusive hero built with exclusive artifact and the crit damage to attack conversion set, which is called Aerial Battle Roar. This is probably the best set you'll wear on your damage dealers. As you can see, I have 3 heroes with it. Then we move on to Linkus. So he's got a high cooldown on his skill, similar to Mithracy. So we need to use him with Hourglass, although we don't use accuracy. to make sure he's in the 20-second rotation, and we use our fairy with downpipe organ to boost the damage of him as well, as the other artifact doesn't really work that well. She's not going to do damage. Linkus will outdamage her. When it comes to the casting of the skills, this is it as it is. So we cast Ardrev's ultimate before the boss's defense down. This will help us cleanse a little bit, and also gives us a lot of time to apply defense penalty before we start hitting with our attacks here. As you can see, this is the rotation. We can even make it like 20 seconds if you really want to, but it works well. And Garius at 21.5 to provide us with healing and shield. We don't have attack down, but the team survives quite well without that. So the main damage will be coming from Amon Lydia. She's got an amazing ultimate that deals damage. Plus, if she's in a blaze state, she basically triples that damage. She does 2 more hits with an extra 10% max HP. So as we could see that the normal damage, 500%, is like 290. With this extra, it's to 440. So that's like 150k damage increase per hit, which is quite good. But sadly, this is not a single target oriented team. They will do really well against AoE content. So looking forward to this. And yeah, the damage this team have done. Sorry, this is the team. So this team has done 50 million damage. So this is where we mash all these legendary heroes available. The best performing team, however, is where we play a variant of Ice Blast with those two. So 61 million, this is what the team could do. And when it comes to equipment, not much really changes. We're using Witch's Remain on Rose and Horn or Ardrev to boost the damage. It works really well, as you can see, but everything else is the same. We didn't change anything. The timings are a little bit different as well. So yeah, we're casting Ardrev's ultimate later, as you can see, 16.6. So we want to give like 5 seconds before we cast the Fairy's ultimate first, and then followed by Alamedias. And everyone is on 20 seconds. So basically there's a Season 2 Ice Blast casting 3 supports with 2 Aura heroes to see how they perform with it. And yeah, this is so far working the best. I mean, 61 million damage. The damage numbers might not be high, but as I said, the affinity levels that I have in the Psychicore are way lower than you could see from other players. So this works well. Another team that tried as basically going for different legendary hero here. So as you can see, I replaced the Fairy with Linkus, and the damage dropped by 7 million because Linkus helps us enter the state of Blaze, but doesn't increase the duration of the Blaze. Now, the Fairy increases the duration of the Blaze, so it's better for us to stay in the Blaze more for a longer time. Another interesting team, as I replaced the exclusive hero with the epic hero Foyheim, and she is doing a lot of damage. You'll probably find out about her in Arena as well, because the burst is huge. The damage dropped by 12 million, but we replaced an epic hero. We placed an epic hero and replaced an exclusive hero with an exclusive artifact. So that is huge, okay? And then I also tried placing both of them together and going for 2 supports, which means I survive way less and die quicker, and the damage dropped to 43 million. So as you can see, it's not always the legendary heroes that carry, it's about the synergy. And yeah, I've tried another teams as well with without Garius and Ardrev. I tried Asila, I tried the new fire hero, who is amazing, by the way, Sinarl, but it requires a little bit different synergy. And while the results were similar, it was not as good and as easy, because with this Sinarl, you'll need to eventually start targeting the ultimate on the hero you want, okay? And that's the issue. In the later stages, you need to play it manually. So if you're lazy and you have these aura teams, this is the best team basically that can do 61 million damage. But this is nothing compared to Corrosion, This is nothing compared to what wild teams can do, and I'll cover them as well. And it's nothing compared to what Ice Blast team and Poison teams can do as well. So it's not in a top tier. And yeah, and this is it. Tell me what you think about the aura. Are you going to pull in Season 3 banner, or are you changing your mind and you're going to try and do something else? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye!